Boss Monster Finn.
Boss Monster Finn. Alright, I'm a Dark Souls boss now.
Yes. Goblin Man Finn. That works because you voice
Oh,
Scooby.
yeah, and goblins are green.
Yeah. So we're here
Yeah.
with Goblin Man Finn.
Epic. Goblins.
Goblins. Why does it say you're calling me on my normal account?
Probably because I was, but
Oh, okay, well that's weird. My phone is slow as heck.
yeah,
Uh,
I realized Discord on mobile. Usually it's like somewhat up to date, but like phones usually seem to be like 30 seconds later, and then like for some reason iPads like are like a day later sometimes.
oh yeah, I definitely noticed that one.
Yeah,
Like how out of nowhere at like 1 a.m. it said you were calling me.
that is wiggity whack. Also,
Yep.
speaking of Discord being wiggity whack on mobile, can I just say, remember how 2 years ago you used to be able to just listen to audios like on Discord, like MP3 files, and now you can't?
Yeah.
It's so dumb. I don't know why
It
they
really is.
removed
I,
that.
I I remember I used to listen to the voice auditions for Vengeance through Discord, but can't do that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you can on computer, but if you're on mobile, shit
Yeah.
out of luck.
I'm specifically talking about mobile because I remember I was at my grandma and grandpa's house when the Dream auditions were happening,
Ah,
and I only had my iPad with me, so
gotcha. Yeah. I don't know why they removed that feature. It's dumb.
I don't know. It probably just like
Because, Bree sent me her thing, like 1 a.m., and I didn't want to get on my computer. So I was like, well, I guess I'll have to listen to it in the morning.
yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I wish it was still the way it used to be.
Yeah, wonder why they removed it. Never know. Actually, that's a good topic. I had really nothing to talk about other than maybe serious stuff, but what is something from like a platform or application that you use a lot that was removed that you think should not have been removed?
So I personally didn't use this a lot, but it was helpful for a lot of people, and that was YouTube annotations. I miss those.
I
I loved how you could have a little box at any point in the video that people could click on and go to whatever you're talking about. But now you need to wait for the last 20 seconds.
Well, isn't there the little thing in the top right corner where you can like link stuff?
Well, you can, but like unless you specifically point it out in the video, most people aren't going to notice.
That's true. That's true. I usually notice if it like is timed exactly when they're talking about another video, but most people don't even.
Yeah,
First of all,
exactly.
most people don't even use it. Like I've only seen it used on like Pokemon YouTubers when they're like the
When they're referencing a past video they did
yeah.
that
I've never
has
seen
like
like a
funny event.
I've never seen like a gaming YouTuber use it, and if
Yeah,
they have, I never noticed it because
I have only ever used it on the accurate models videos
to get people to
because
watch the
those
current version.
yes, I would put one like, "Hey, there's the new version. Stop watching this." And then, a little bit after, I'd put, "If you really want to make me happy, you should watch Vengeance is Eternal."
uh,
I don't think
your
anyone
accurate
clicked
models
on those ever.
videos are just a meme.
Oh yeah, definitely.
uh, I remember when I first, before I knew you, and I saw your 2018 accurate models. I thought it was really cool that you did that. It was
Well, it was cool back then.
it was
Not
cool
the
before Help Wanted came out. I'd say.
Yeah, exactly. And then once Help Wanted came out, it was like, okay, we'll just show off the fixes because like this is a big step, but after
Yeah.
this it's probably pretty much over. But no, people still wanted it and it's like, well, okay, there's book characters and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, what about the security breach characters?" It's like it's literally the in-game models. But they wanted it, so I did it. And then they complained that I did it because it's the in-game models. Make up your mind.
Yeah.
Well, most people didn't complain, but people in the comments were like, "Well, why? It's the official models." It's like, I know, but people wanted it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Deal with it. That's funny. I'd be very surprised if you actually did one this year because there's nothing new to add.
I don't know what I could do this year other than like book characters, but people don't model the book characters.
Yeah, they're practically there'd be like 3 new models, maybe if that.
Yeah.
Eh,
And like I know that people did, I don't remember who it was, but recently on the workshop they released a whole bunch of Fazbear Fright characters, which is cool, but like I don't think they're interesting enough to deserve a whole new version.
yeah,
And especially like since the Fazbear Fright stories, you know, like
yeah,
some of them we don't really have that great descriptions of how the characters are different from their normal counterparts or just how they look in general.
yeah,
And it's hard to really call them accurate, you know? It's more like, hey, this is the only model we have of it. It's totally accurate.
yeah,
Like, you know, it was good with like Fetch and the Plush Trap Chaser because we had good details on the Plush Trap Chaser, and Fetch we had
color
multiple
art.
pieces of art for. Count the Ways Funtime Freddy, you know, that really doesn't have much of a description. So you could see him as looking totally different, like the one in the Count the Ways music video, or you could just see him looking like a broken Funtime Freddy.
Yeah,
So, I don't know.
yeah. Maybe next year, because
Ruin.
ruin. But this year there wouldn't be too much of a point.
Yeah.
um, yeah. I know there's been like a good few changes to YouTube, but I can't remember them for the life of me. Like I feel for some reason I feel like there was something in the old YouTube studio that I liked, but I don't remember what it even was because it's been like 2 years since the old YouTube studio even existed.
Yeah, same here. All I know is I really loved the old YouTube studio. I'm fine with the new one, but the old one was just easier for me to navigate
The new
personally.
one, the new one looks nicer for sure. It's a lot like more professional looking, but
Yeah,
I feel like it's harder
but the
to
older one was a
navigate.
lot more. Everything was laid out in a way you could understand with the old one. With this new one, you kind of have to guess on some things.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Like if you're like, oh, where do I look at subscribers lost versus subscribers gained on my channel's lifetime? In the old version, there was just a little checkbox when you looked at your subscribers, so you could see it. With this, it's like, oh, now I need to go through this tab and look through all the different things that I could change to look at the analytics for, and then select that and go to the other tab and switch it to lifetime and have to look at the bottom to look at what lines mean what because the colors are all different, and just a
yeah,
pain.
that's why I never use YouTube Studio, like the browser for checking my analytics. I only look at it on YouTube Studio Mobile.
It is better on mobile. It's still not great, but it's better.
It's easy to figure things out. It's just very limited on what you can look at.
Yeah.
But it's really easy to figure out what it is. Like what the different things are that you can look at. Um, I don't even remember what the old YouTube Studio analytics even looked like. I know that's the main problem with the new YouTube Studio. The rest of it's fine. It's just the analytics that are kind of wacky.
Yeah. And I like the new copyright feature. That's cool to see
Oh,
people who've stolen your videos. Not that
yeah,
we're gonna do anything about it, but it's just cool to know,
yeah.
like, hey, this person stole like 500,000 views from me. That's cool.
I love. One thing I can personally say is because it's part of the uploading thing is part of YouTube Studio. The new uploader is so much better. I love it.
I agree. The new one
Like just
is
first of all, being able to like manually monetize and make sure everything's set and you can like click this and that. You can even place like where you want the mid-roll ads while you're uploading it. That's so good.
yeah. and you could add the end cards and stuff while it's
Yup.
uploading, and
Yeah.
it's just nice because in the old one you had to wait for it to be finished
Yeah.
uploading.
I remember one of the. I've never experienced this because before me, but I remember a lot of people didn't like how. And this has to do with not only the new copyright system, but the new uploader. Like you'd upload a video, and then maybe 4 hours later, sometimes even like a whole 24 hours later, after it's been uploaded, then you get like monetization enabled, and after that, all the views are like gone. And people thought that was the stupidest thing ever. So I'm glad that.
It really was, because by that point you already lost all the potential money you could have gained.
Yeah. So I'm very glad that is altered, even if it does not really benefit me at all, since I make nothing out of it.
Oh yeah, I mean, at the moment it's not really benefiting me either, but like, it's nice for people it does.
Yeah. Yeah. As many weird things as YouTube does, I actually never really cared too much about the dislike button being removed. As stupid as it was, I never cared about it.
I
Because
I
I never even looked at my own or anyone else's dislikes ever. I rarely even looked at how many likes someone got. And I definitely
Yeah,
never
fair
looked
enough.
at dislikes.
Yeah, I only ever looked at dislikes if it was something I was like, this sounds absolutely stupid. What do people think about this?
Gotcha.
But like,
Yeah. I used to look at
I
comments
don't
for
care.
feedback instead of, likes versus dislikes.
Fair enough. I don't care too much about the dislike button being gone, I guess, but I find it to be very stupid, and it shouldn't have happened. Because
Did you see
don't you
the
just love how you could like look up a tutorial on something? The comments could be disabled. You can't see if it's liked or disliked to know if it's a good tutorial or not. You're wasting your time. Plus, YouTube's reasoning for taking away is like, oh, it's for the creators' mental health. Even though now the creators are the only ones who can see the dislike ratio.
yeah, it's funny. Although you do have to go to your YouTube, like, studio and then click on the video to see it, but
Yeah, but like, okay, now people are just gonna comment, right? Like, use this comment as a dislike button. That's a thing.
I've never
So,
seen
like,
that.
I've seen it happen a few times, but most of the time it's usually like a valid comment / criticism that people really like, so. Whatever. It was a dumb decision whether I care much about it or not.
Did you see? Shortly after that happened, hold on, let me see if I can find the video. I got recommended a video. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, this might be a little tough to find. I'll find it.
Alrighty.
Okay, where is it?
Oh, there's gonna be a long stretch of silence in this.
I'm just looking at like it was on Jacksepticeye's clip channel or whatever, and I was just looking at all like the little YouTube Red watch like thing, the little
Gotcha.
bar underneath to see which videos I've watched, and I'm looking at the titles. Maybe if I could just like this like button. Yeah, here it is. Okay.
It was him.
Here, I'll send you your DMs.
Alrighty.
There.
It was him. Hey there. This is a long time ago.
Yeah. Here, I'll play it for the audience.
It was him.
I mean,
Oh, no.
you know,
What did I do?
in concept, it wasn't the worst idea, but in execution, it's pretty dumb.
Yeah, here, I'm gonna play it.
Can you play the audio, please?
Kojima himself said only positive interactions, no dislikes. I have talked to YouTube about that before, though, where I was like, can't we just remove the dislike button?
Uh-oh. Did I do that? Why did I?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's funny though. Honestly, I have no lately. I've had no real qualms with YouTube. I've just been all right. It exists.
Yeah.
I know it has issues, but there's nothing that's made me really want to care too much lately.
Yeah. Like, my only problems, personally, with YouTube at the moment are things that I've done to myself. As in not uploading a real video for 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
So, I can't really complain.
yeah.
Most of my editing folder is Minecraft. Because, you know, I have the 2 seasons of the modded SMP. I have Serotonin streams I have to edit. I have the 30 days series still have to edit. There's the Dashing SMP streams gotta edit.
I just deleted those.
Okay. Are we ever gonna go on there again?
I don't know. She said she wanted to, like, bring it back, like, months ago, but I think she's waiting for me to want to actually play on it.
Gotcha.
Because she
Well, it's hard.
she
it's
knows
hard
I'm
to have-
very tired of survival Minecraft.
Gotcha.
Even if it's been, like, 4 months since I've done it. Anyways,
Yeah, I
we're
don't
gonna
think I
make
could
a
ever
point.
really get. I don't think I could ever really get tired of survival Minecraft. Well, if I did it like a lot every day for like 20 years, probably. But
Really? Surprised, honestly.
I could probably just play Minecraft all day, every day for like a week before I get tired of it. But the problem is that would be a waste of time, and also, I don't have as many ideas to play for a week. So, you know.
Yeah, my problem is I don't know what to do. And, you know, that's a problem I've always had playing Minecraft. I'll know how to progress, but once all the progression is done, it's like, what now? I rarely have any building ideas. So it's more of just me following people around, usually Dash, and, and you know, letting other people decide what I do. I mean, you know, I built the Bossman Finn castle, you know, Irish land,
Yeah.
and then that all got deleted. And then after that, I definitely lost all motivation to play.
Yeah. Well, most people quit their Minecraft worlds after they reach God mode because they can't think of what to do after.
Yeah.
Which is why I really respect YouTubers who have been able to continue their single world for a long time. Like, Stampy's been at it for almost 10 years, you know? IBX Toycat's been at it for almost 10 years too, even though his stuff doesn't look that great usually, but I respect him for it.
Never heard of him, but okay.
I don't blame you for not really hearing of him. He almost has 2 million subscribers, but I don't know. I feel like he's somehow not very popular while simultaneously being popular.
Gotcha.
Either way, he's been playing on the same world for like 9 years, most of his builds look not great to me anyway. Most people agree that his stuff looks pretty ugly, but he always has something he's going to do, even if it seems like the most useless thing ever. Like, he turned, I don't know, maybe like 5 chunks of his nether into being completely made of ice or something. He changed an entire biome in the overworld to look like the nether. Like, it's not the most creative ideas, but he always has something he wants to do.
Gotcha.
And I can respect him for that.
You know, the sad thing is, probably the only thing I really enjoy playing, like, for a long time, is the one modded SMP we had that, you know, we couldn't play anymore because the Eternals couldn't handle it. I loved that world so much. I had so much fun playing that because there were so many mods, so we had so much to do. And then, and even when I thought we, like, had nothing left, there was always something more to do. Like,
yep.
In the final
Plus,
days...
we never even got into the Atlantis part of the mod. We never figured out how to do that.
Yeah,
So
and
we
like
were missing out on that too.
when we had to stop, we had just got guns and that. Oh man, that was fun.
You were so excited about the guns.
Dude, I would play. Honestly, I would play just regular survival mine. As dumb as it sounds, I'm no joke. I would play on the Dashing SMP if it had guns. I don't. Listen, I don't care about, you know. I'm not like a fan of like guns in real life, but for some reason when you give me a gun in a video game, I have so much fun. I don't know why.
I don't blame you.
I mean, I've always been the guy who loves mass destruction.
Yeah?
So, yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I'd play almost any, like, Minecraft world for a long time if he gave me, like, just an assortment of, like, weapons and guns and bombs to mess around with. I'm like a toddler with explosives.
Wonderful.
I find it so weird. I'm so picky with what entertains me, but I'm also so simple with what entertains me at the same time. It's really weird.
Oh, I was gonna say before we got a bit distracted. It's hard to have an SMP like the Dashing SMP,
SMP.
SMP, because you and me are the only ones ever on.
Well, she is too, and that's probably the only time we really play it. Cause.
Yeah, I know. I just mean, like, you know, if we were like Hermitcraft or the Dream SMP or even a smaller SMP that just had like maybe 6 people who were able to be on whenever, they would go on just whenever they felt like it. You know, that would probably work. It's just hard when you and me are the only ones always available, and Dash isn't always available.
Yeah.
But sticking to survival worlds is why I've been sticking with the serotonin world. Like, even if I don't have ideas, I refuse to start a new survival world unless it's for, like, speedrunning or something.
Gotcha.
Because if I have an idea, I'm gonna put it in the serotonin world.
I mean...
Even if it's not streamed, because...
Yeah.
Not everything needs to be streamed. It's not always worth it.
Yeah. Honestly, I'd probably still enjoy playing on the serotonin world, but probably only if we streamed it, because then I'd feel like I had a reason to be there.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I enjoyed, you know, being a part of your streams. It's just, if we're not streaming, it just, I don't know. It doesn't feel as fun. It doesn't feel like I have a point to doing anything.
I mean, it makes sense, because unlike like the Dashing SMP, like, that is something that was meant to be for everyone to do whatever they wanted on, right? But the serotonin world, it's mostly you have your house, but other than that, it's pretty much just whatever I am gonna do because it's my world.
Yeah.
It's more like Stampy's lovely world, you know. You're more so there for entertainment and to help.
Yeah. And also, you know, it started as and for the longest time was only on there if streaming. So it's kind of just ingrained in my brain. Okay, I cannot do anything unless we're streaming.
Yeah. Well, I try not to do too much on here unless I'm streaming.
So.
Unless it's just like alterations to things, trying to make things look a bit better, you know?
Yeah. No, honestly, I'd totally be, you know, if you ever invited me and you're like, hey, you want to stream this or don't, I'd say, yeah, anytime.
I've really been thinking about streaming on here the past few days just because I've been on it a good amount.
Yeah.
But I just don't know what I'd do. That's my problem. I'm bad with ideas on what I should do. I want to play, I just don't know what I should do. Obviously, there's the Temple of Nightmare, but...
Yeah, we really need to finish that.
Yeah, like over the past few days, you know, I've just altered a few things. I made the land look a little more natural. I moved my camper van to a bit closer to the water. I added a nice looking tree next to it and a little stream and pond. I had fish in there, but it looks like they all died.
Hell.
There's a little tent. I moved the graveyard. I moved the...
time.
Yeah.
That graveyard's been moved so many times.
I really should have just originally built it somewhere further away, but like... I think it's fine where it's at now.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Cause it's by where the memory hall used to be. Cause I moved the memory hall.
Oh, okay.
You know how there was just like a random open spot by the villager trading center? Oh, sorry. No, wait. That was also a change that you... Okay. So, next to the barn, there was an open space. Okay. From the last you saw. I moved the nether hub by the barn and put the memory hall where the nether hub used to be.
Okay.
It looks nicer. It sounds like a lot of useless things without seeing it.
Yeah.
But it looks nicer.
I'll just trust you. Especially since...
Oh, and also,
I
added Mount Amogos.
You added what now?
Mount Amogos.
Okay. Fair enough. I won't ask.
It's by Andy and Gecko's house.
Oh, yeah.
I also fixed their house since I kind of accidentally broke it last time.
L.
But, yeah, just made changes.
Yeah.
Don't have anything big in mind, but if I did, I would be streaming, so, you know.
That's if you ever want to stream and you want a streaming buddy, I'm always available.
Heck yeah. Also, I had to fix my resource pack because it wasn't working in 1.19 as well. I fixed most of it. There's still some problems. Like, for whatever reason, the bell is invisible until I punch it.
That is very weird.
Very. But I'll figure it out eventually. By the time I do, the next update will be out.
I wouldn't be so sure because we haven't even gotten a trailer or anything for the
No, but we've got the first video for the new mob vote. So
yeah. Although
on the 18th we'll have a new Minecraft Live, so we'll probably be told about the update.
Okay. Well, do we even know what the... You said there's a video on the mob vote, but we don't even know the mobs, do we?
Yeah, we do. They uploaded one today.
Oh, well, frick me in the ball sack. Alright. Fine.
Those leaked names were correct. At least it seems to be, because the one they uploaded today is about the sniffer.
Mob vote is back. Vote for the sniffer. Okay. What were
Also,
the
here,
leaked
Finn,
ones?
I would have to look again because I don't remember. I just remember the sniffer was one of them.
I know
But here, Finn, look.
that is so stupid.
That's Mount Amogus.
My God.
But yeah, I'd have to look at the names again because I don't remember.
Gotcha. I remember the.
I just
tough
remember the
golem.
sniffer was one of the names.
I remember the tough golem because of the funny.
Oh yeah, the tough golem. Yeah. I don't remember what the last one was.
I don't either.
I have to say, the sniffer just looks like Torterra.
Okay, let me look at this video. Let me watch it.
What kind of chicken is that?
Oh, they aren't birds at all. They're sniffing the ground in the most adorable way. If the community votes for the sniffer, that is.
Exactly.
I'm not really reading what they said about it. Was once part of the they can bring back the extinct if you can find its egg, hatch new mobs. Okay. That doesn't really tell me what it does, but alright, cool.
Basically, it's adding fossil Pokemon to the game.
Yeah, but do they do anything, or they just exist?
You think they ever tell us what these mobs really do, Finn? Are you serious?
They did with the
No,
last
of
mob
course
vote!
not.
They did with the last one! They told
mean,
us
they told
every
us-
single thing that they did. They told us what
Yes.
the lay did, they told us what the copper golem did, and they told us what the other thing, the trash bag looking thing did. I don't remember its
Glare.
name. Glare, yeah.
Why you gotta do my boy Glare like that, man?
It looks like Oscar the Grouch. Shut your mouth.
He's Trubbish. And what's wrong with looking like Oscar the Grouch?
You look stupid.
Dang. I thought it was cute.
Yeah, I know. What,
Not
you-
Oscar, but I thought the Claire was cute.
I know. I just, you've always thought it was cute. I always think it looks stupid. It's just always how it's going to be. But
Yeah, fair
anyways.
enough. Anyway, yes, you're right. They did tell us more last time after people complained about never being given enough information about these things. So hopefully they give information about it during Minecraft Live.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Torterra fossilized. I got a tough golem, and then we got something else. Allegedly.
Here, I'll try to find what that last thing was.
I can actually vote now in these things since they're doing it on
It's going to be done
Minecraft.
through the launcher.
Yeah.
See. Here's the post. The Rascal, the Tough Golem, and the Sniffer.
The rascal. Got it.
To be fair, unless the next one turns out to be one of the other two, I'm not 100% sure if I'll say all the leaks are correct. I just, obviously the Sniffer was correct.
Yeah. Well, from what I've learned, usually if one's correct, they're all correct.
Yeah?
That's how it's been with Pokemon anyway. If someone gets one thing right, they're usually all right with all of them.
Yeah. I've looked at the PokeLeaks subreddit, and that does seem to be the case.
I'm just going to vote for whatever one I think is the coolest. Or if they have mechanics, then I'll vote for the one that has the coolest mechanic. Or the most...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like the mechanic of this one so far.
What is it?
You find an egg, and you have to find a fossil cleaner and bring it back and put it in a Pokeball. Obviously, I'm kidding. But the
Yeah.
point is, you find the fossil and bring it back to life. I think that's cool. It would have really fit well with their archaeology thing if they would have had that done. I don't know what they do themselves after they've been hatched. I don't know if they're just pets or anything.
Well, I'm sure they do something, because there'd be
well,
no
yeah,
point
I'm
in
sure they
bringing
do
them back
something, I
to
just
for
don't
them
know.
to just, like, walk away.
Yeah. I just don't know what they do, but I'm sure.
Does the mob vote
They'll
is back
definitely do
video, like, say anything about the mobs, or is it just saying the mob vote's back?
It does say about the mob. I just really didn't pay too much attention to it because I was more so looking at it and thinking it was cute. Okay, I watched the video. This thing is basically like Moo Bloom V2 with updated materials and enhanced mechanics.
Okay.
Once you revive it, it goes around sniffing grass and plants and stuff, and you can get new plants and it'll help them grow. So,
Gotcha.
and when I say new plants, I mean like it's implied it's actual new plants, not just like more of the old plants.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what the other ones are.
Yeah. If this one really is just like Moo Bloom V2, I'm kind of sad because that means it's definitely not gonna win.
You never
Like,
know.
obviously, I'm not saying I want it to win because I don't know what the other two options are. I'm just saying, if it's like the Moo Bloom, this guy probably doesn't even have a chance.
Well, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people seem to like the Moo Bloom.
Yeah, it
If
just
it didn't
still
win.
wasn't enough. We got a stupid glow squid.
Yeah, I wonder why that happened. Like, I was really expecting the LA to win, and it did. That made sense. But I don't know why the glow squid won. I don't know why, and because everyone thinks
Well, it's because a lot of YouTubers liked the glow squid for some reason. Dream wanted the glow squid. Philza wanted the glow squid.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really weird. Because I hear everyone that thinks it's the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah, well, for whatever reason, people liked it at the time. I know why Philza liked it. His reasoning was actually kind of good. I don't know why anyone else liked it, though.
What was Phil's reasoning?
Philza's reasoning is that it would look really good in his end build, and he was right. It looked very good in his end build.
All right, fair enough.
But, outside of that, I don't know why anyone wanted it. I think some people wanted it just so squids would finally have a use. But, like,
Fair.
we could have made things glow with, like, glow berries or something instead.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just feel like Isolager was clearly the best option in that mob vote, even though I wanted the Moo Bloom.
Gotcha. Well, it is what it is. Hopefully this
Yeah.
one. Hopefully this one goes well. I mean, the last one went well. I don't think the LA was like. I don't really remember the mechanics of the other two ones. I don't even remember what was the third one. Oh yeah, we talked about Oscar the Grouch thing.
The glare?
Yeah, I'm just gonna remember it as Oscar the Grouch V2 with updated materials.
I liked it because it's literally living moss.
Of course.
I'm kidding. That's not why I liked it, but it was an easy joke.
Yeah. I don't remember what all their mechanics were. I know the LA like sounded appealing, and then when it came out, everyone realized it wasn't as like it sounded good, but what it actually did wasn't super helpful.
Well, it's because most people misinterpreted what the LA would do.
Well,
Most people saw
sure
the.
did. I thought like I didn't think it had to be dropped items. I thought it could be like kind of what the trailer showed, where you give it diamond, it searches for diamond. I didn't think it had to be a dropped diamond. I thought it could be just like diamond.
Yeah,
gold.
most people misinterpreted that. That's why people are not satisfied with it.
Yeah, I sure misinterpreted that.
Yeah, no, I knew from the beginning that it was dropped items, but most people thought it would go and find stuff for you.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought it was too. But oh well, I still like it.
But,
I think it's I like its design the most out of all of them, and it's the only one I found cute.
I like the LA for the lore, and it's really good.
I don't even know the lore.
Well, just because, it's probably like Vex's before the Illagers were like, yeah, we're gonna turn you into evil spooky men, you know?
Alright, Papyrus, settle down.
But, like, assuming that's their lore, I like them for that. Just kind of interesting. Plus, they're cute. I do have to say, they will be helpful with picking up dirt for me, because I love dirt, right? But, like, I'll probably never actually use them.
Fair enough.
But it makes sense why the LA won. The glare would have only really been helpful to Bedrock users because they don't have the F3 menu.
Yeah. Yeah, I
The
do.
Copper Golem is useful for Redstone people,
Oh yeah, well,
which most people are not, which is
Yeah.
why that didn't win.
yeah. So it's clear why
I feel
the
like-
LA won.
Yeah, I feel like if people understood the LA's mechanics better, the Copper Golem might have won. But
Yeah.
with the way that it was, the LA, it's clear why it won.
Well, this time I actually get to participate, so yay. I'll have to think hard about
Yay.
it, especially since, you know, I think hard about any decision I feel like is somewhat important.
Yeah,
I'll probably have to think a lot, though, because I'm a very picky person, as we all know.
yeah.
I'll,
I hope people are satisfied with whatever gets chose for once.
Well, I think a lot more people were satisfied with the LA than with the glow squid and the phantom.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like they were disappointed because it was an easy duplication glitch, but like I'm sure they still were happy
yeah,
with it.
I think a lot of people still liked it just for its design, at least, you know. But you know, things like the glow squid and phantom, everyone just hated.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I can understand why people chose the Phantom at the time. They really weren't given info on what it would do too much.
Yeah.
It just seemed cool.
Yeah, even if they were told, it would sound cool in concept.
Yeah. Like, you suffer from insomnia. This creature
if it
comes
was-
from the dark.
If it was an actually scary mob, it would sound like it would be an actually scary mob, but then obviously it'd just be an annoying little brat.
Well, it would be scary if... Well, I mean, like the mod that we used that one time, the better Phantoms, those were better.
Yeah, because it could pick you up. That was...
Yeah, they could. That was terrifying.
Yeah, no. I mean, if they just were able to, like, pick you up and, like...
And then drop you from a high place. That would
That would make them so much better. Just adding that.
Also, just if their texture looked better, because like, not that there's anything wrong with their texture. It's just not scary because you can
It's-
see it.
It's not very phantom-y.
Yeah, which is why my resource pack has them as black because they fit in with the night sky.
Mighty Black got the phantom to match.
Yeah.
Clever.
You know, when I was watching the Nuzlocke, I heard me do my laugh, and it sounded more like I was going and I was like, that doesn't even sound like a laugh.
Gotcha. Is that in the video I posted yesterday?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to be
Plus-
able to participate in my Thunder Squad.
Yeah. Plus, I get 2 accounts. I get to vote twice.
Good for you, buddy.
I technically have 3, but I don't think it would let me. It'd probably be like, you have not migrated your account. You do not get to vote.
I didn't know the Minecraft people were Night Trap.
You sick B-word. You didn't migrate to a Microsoft account.
I was trying to think of another Night Trap quote, but I can't. It's always just
Think
you
of all
sick
the mob
bastard.
votes you ruined.
Think of all the mob votes you ruined.
So many children's days were ruined because of you.
I was trying to think of one from the quote-unquote Phoenix finale that wasn't the Phoenix finale, but is now because it's stopped. But I can't think of any of the quotes of him.
Prepare for account migration and take this cape as congratulations.
Oh my.
To protect your account from Mojang's hacks. To, I don't know. Man, this podcast episode is very different compared to the rest.
Yeah, no, honestly, I feel like I'm just gonna let it go to like an hour and a half this time, just because I feel like the first bit of it wasn't the most interesting.
Yeah. And even then, this part's probably not interesting to a lot of people.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, most of our podcasts probably aren't interesting to most people anyway, so.
I feel like the first few were.
Oh, yeah, because those were just, like, totally normal topics. But the past few, we've been more like, FNAF, Minecraft, YouTube,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of stuff. Pokemon.
I'll try to make the next one more interesting. I just didn't have any topics for this one.
Yeah, and
I was-
I totally forget this thing even exists until you remind me, so it's not like I thought of topics.
Yeah, no, I'm basically carrying. But today I didn't have anything. I
I mean, hey, I had one topic at least.
That being was
Remember the one where I was complaining about stupid doctors making you go for, like...
Oh, I thought you were talking about today.
Oh, no, not today, no.
Yeah,
I mean, in the whole thing. At least I had one.
no. Thank you, Shad. You brought us
Well, I
one
mean, I
topic.
guess technically I had to do with the mob vote this time, right?
Sure, we'll give it to you. I just want to talk about this because this is actually probably something that'll interest people, at least people who watch my channel. Which is probably 90% of the people who watch this. I just want to mention that, well, as Shan, you know, I'm pretty much almost done, finally, after like 9 months with Realm of Forgotten Episode 1, right?
Yep.
I just want to say, holy crap. Does it feel good, but also does it make me worry?
Oh. But before you continue, I want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Boss Man Finn, when he's close to completing the episode. Holy Cungadero, do I feel good!
Oh my god. Sneak.
Come on,
Anyway.
that was good. That was good.
Anyways. Like, I feel great. I mean, I'm happy with the way things turned out. There are some things I'm like, but it's almost kind of too late to change, and it's just the first episode. It doesn't need to be the greatest thing ever. It just
Gotta
needs to
make compromises.
it just needs to get people interested.
Yep.
That's how I've always seen first episodes. It doesn't need to be the greatest thing ever. It just needs to get you interested.
Yeah.
Obviously for a series like Vengeance, it's a little different because the first episode isn't even the first episode. So,
I have no clue what they were talking about, my friend.
and then even when it is the first even when it isn't the first episode but is at the same time, then it's redone later, you know. So Vengeance is a whole different can of worms.
Yeah, you know,
But
if I
with
could go
most
back in
things-
time, I'd probably be like, you kind of screwed up by doing it this way. But at the same time, it's not like I really could have done it any other way. So, I don't know.
Yeah. But anyways, what am I trying to say here? But for most things, you know, the first episode, it just has to reel you in, and it has to give you all the information you need. That's kind of what this first episode is. The first half of it's like information time. We do it. And introducing all the characters, obviously. The second half is just kind of funny ha-has and a little bit of, like, the teensiest droplet of lore. And that's it. And really, the second episode isn't too different. It's a little bit more lore and it's introducing, but half of it's just introducing another character, and then half of it's like just kind of a little bit of tension, kind of funnies, and then a little bit of lore at the end. That's it. But yeah, I'm sure we all know things start slow with my series, as we saw with Phoenix. I just know the problem with Phoenix though is it started slow, but it also wasn't too interesting either. So I'm really trying to make sure these are entertaining, and I've been going the extra mile. I feel like the comedy in episode 1 is just grade A, so I'm really trying to make sure it's entertaining, even if it's just like introducing characters and giving information.
Gotcha.
Because, well, like you've informed me before, first few episodes of Phoenix were just not entertaining, so I really tried to change that with Realm of the Forgotten.
I mean, I thought parts of them weren't. Like, I hate to dunk on her, but Ruby is like the part that wasn't entertaining. The rest was fine.
Gotcha. I mean, yeah. I do think probably the best parts of the first few episodes was Pulsar and Night Trap, because they were entertaining.
Me too, but I'm biased.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm unbiased, and I still think they were. I don't know. There's some characters that just they didn't. It's all on it's all based on the personality and how much you show it. I feel like Ruby and Necrosis really didn't show their personality, and
yeah.
Well, Clay and Indigo didn't really either. At least there was the funny bits with like dog. So at least that was somewhat entertaining. Just because of the stupid jokes with want some cooked dog.
Yeah.
So at least that, even if they didn't show their personality, there was that. But then Pulsar and William, holy crap, did they show their personality? And holy crap, was it just... It was entertaining. And then the other side of it was AZ and Malachi. And, you know, I think people liked that stuff a lot. I mean, I'm pretty sure for a while AZ was everyone's favorite character.
Yeah.
So, I think I did good with AZ and Pulsar and William. I just think the other side of it I didn't do the greatest with, especially Ruby and Necrosis. But oh well,
yeah.
It's over now, so you know, I'm fine with it because much like Redemption, I learned from it. And
yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, you live and learn, man.
You know, I think Realm of the Forgotten, as long as I execute it properly, which I think I will, for the most part, it probably won't be as perfect as it is in my head, but I think just the base storyline on its own is amazing, and that is hard for me to say because I do not have high self-esteem. I don't think much of anything I make, but this I just think is really, really good. I don't know. And even the parts that aren't, like, even the first few episodes, which aren't, like, deep lore, and they're more just, like, comedy, slice of life-y, bit of romance.
My favorite.
Ah, yes, rom-com. But even then, I still think they're entertaining, because they properly portray the characters' personalities. They show a little bit of tension here and there. Quasar and Galaxia, a lot of tension. That's expected, though. But, you know, I think there's a lot of character development and a lot of, like, showing of the personalities, and then obviously there's the comedy. I don't know what the comedy in episode 2 is going to be. I haven't really... if I have planned it out, I don't remember. But in episode 1, I think it's pretty good. It's so over the top, and I love it.
All that is good.
I think I told you I was a little bit inspired by No Game No Life for Realm of
I think
Forgotten.
so, yeah.
Specifically the comedy I was inspired, and we all know No Game No Life is like some of the best comedy ever.
Are you using my name as a derogatory term?
Stop being such a Steph. But yeah, I have high hopes for it, and that's huge because I have high hopes for like nothing I make. And I don't mean high hopes as in, I think it's gonna get so many views, because I don't think it's gonna get any views. I think it'll get maybe like 1,000 views max, and that's a stretch.
Yeah.
At least the first few episodes. It might pick up for some reason. I'm not hopeful it will, but that doesn't matter to me. I just want people to like it. Mainly, just people in friend group, specifically like you and Andy and Dash. But obviously I want what little comment section I have left to like it as well. Because it is technically my last animation project. Whether I want to say that or not, I'm pretty sure it is. Honestly, if I ever make more animation projects, it'll probably just be more seasons of this. So I think it's
or are you coming up with an entirely different anime? Because I can totally see that happening too.
Honestly, I feel like if anything, I'm just gonna continue this, and I might have like little side projects, like little short mini anime series that are just like maybe like 5 to 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not full 12 episodes, maybe like 8 episodes, 6 episodes. I don't know. Little things like that, but I think this is probably my last big project. And oh boy, is it big.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about that.
What?
Sorry, I looked in a chest and it said, "Bro, it's Rose." Curse of Vanishing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I forgot about that.
Wonderful. Yeah. But you can tell it's a big project when I have 5 sections of my server dedicated to... Like, in my private server, I have 5 sections of just Realm of the Forgotten. That's how you know I'm going all out, baby.
Yeah?
I've put so much thought into this. It's insane. So I have high hopes for it. I'm just really worried, and the only worries I have is if people like it, and specifically friend group, and if I can execute it properly.
I really need to catch up with you.
Yeah. Well, hey, you've gotten a lot of work done. Even when I...
That is true. It's just very slow.
Yeah. Although for a while, you were ahead of me, and then I caught up, and then I caught up more, and then I took a long break, and then you did a lot while I was on break, but even then, I was still so far ahead. So...
Yeah.
My stuff is a lot easier since Anime Movement is basically non-existent.
That is true.
And
you do have it a lot easier with that.
so, obviously, no matter what, I'm gonna be ahead.
Yeah. I just hope someday we'll get to have a double premiere again.
Yeah, I'm sure we will at some point.
Because that'd be pretty epic.
Oh, it'd be. Definitely not this time.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely not this time. Unless I, became
Even if-
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Even if you speed is key, I'm probably gonna be done in 2 weeks, buddy.
Yeah.
And you're not even
No,
halfway, so.
I'd
But-
have to, not sleep, use the bathroom, or eat just to work 24/7.
Enter God mode, become Kama.
Exactly, it'd have to become...
Animate
Kama.
on 6 monitors at once. That's the
double
big
the speed.
That's a big flex. Animating 6 cutscenes at once. You'd be Pixar got nothing on you.
Yeah.
Pixar Disney
Well,
would
you
like
know,
to know
even
your
if-
location.
Maybe I'll finally get big money.
Yeah.
But no, then I'd have to actually work at a schedule, and then I'd die. So
And then you get fired real quick.
they'd appreciate me for like 5 seconds, and then realize they made a mistake.
Yeah, they'd appreciate you for like a week and then realize, okay, this is not working.
Yeah. Man, even if I could do that, which I feel like animating 6 scenes at once could theoretically be possible. Not by me, but by someone. I'm sure it could be.
I think it is
But
possible. It's not like anime where I don't think you can. I think it'd be impossible to even watch 2 at once. I made a joke about like watching 6 anime at once before, but I don't think you actually could even watch 2 at
I feel
once.
like I could watch 2 at once.
Alright, well.
Not like fully interpreting everything, just like having the base understanding of everything, watching 2 at once.
Yeah.
I could probably do. But you know, the thing is, even if I could animate 6 scenes at once,
Mm-hmm.
SFM only allows 1 window.
Yeah, you'd have to have 6 computers.
Well, I have 3, but 2 of them are dead.
Yeah.
Dead as hell.
Yeah, no, I don't. I personally don't think I could do. I think I can do multiple things at once, but I don't think I can like do 2 of the same thing at once. Other than maybe texting. But like I can't text and listen to someone at the same time either. That's a thing. But I can I can animate and be watching a video at the same time. I can watch anime and port at the same time. I can do stuff like that. I just
Yep,
I
me
just
too.
I just can't watch 2 anime at the same time. I could not port 2 things at the same time. I could not animate 2 things at the same time. I could not play 2 games at the same time. I can only do like one of something and something else.
Only one you mentioned that I know I can do is play 2 games at the same time.
No, yeah.
And that's because I've been on the Serotonin world while on Hypixel at the same time, and even while on Stick Fight at the same time, so.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, you know me, I have that hyperfixation thing, so
Yeah.
kind of screwed. It's annoying. I mean, it's good because like I feel like I can animate for a lot longer than you because I have that hyperfixation thing.
You definitely can.
Like,
Like, I get that once in a blue moon, but most of the time...
and obviously I edit more than you. Like, I can
Yeah.
go on like an editing spree. Also, hello, person.
Oh, wait, there's a person?
Yeah, I said hello again, Finn, in chat.
Yo! Hello.
But
You know,
yeah,
I was about to say something, but I think I forgot.
good job.
It had to do with... Okay. So, like, you'd... I have the ADHD thing, which is probably screwing me over.
Yeah.
Because I just cannot pay attention to one thing for very long.
Yeah. Well, that's probably why you can do 2 things at once.
Probably. But, you know, as nice as it is doing 2 things at once sometimes, I would like to have moments where I'm like you know, specifically when it comes to work.
Yeah. No, I'd imagine. I could not imagine having ADHD because, well, obviously because I'm like basically with the opposite of ADHD is, and second of all, it's just, I don't know. I've always been someone who like focuses on one thing for a long period of time.
I used to do that. I just have absolutely failed at that for like the past year or 2.
Yeah. Also, you should read the podcast chat.
Alrighty. Aw, thank you. I feel like when the double premiere will happen again, it's gonna be because I finished like 1 episode after you finished like 3.
Honestly, I feel like you'll finish 3R before I finish Realm of Frown episode 2.
I would hope so.
Because, like, I don't know. It all depends on my voice actors, and it all depends on how quick I am with.
Yeah.
Not less how quick I am, because it's always quick to animate these things. It's more of how motivated. Because, like,
Yeah.
like I've said, easy work. not easy to be motivated.
Yep. You know,
Yeah, I wish people could have
Nice.
actually seen what Nova was capable of, but oh wow.
but you were unable to finish.
Yeah. I was working on a thing with Nova this weekend, but then Bree sent
Yeah, and then all your attention was like, screw that! Back to Realm of the Forgotten.
Yeah. I'll try to finish it. It's 3 minutes long, and I'm pretty sure I have basically a minute done already.
That is good. You definitely should try to finish it later on.
Sure. You can hear it. It was just, it was basically like just, since I didn't finish Phoenix, it was basically like in an alternate, because it's not even canon, because the canon ending of Phoenix, I don't even remember it anymore, but I know it's basically not what I was animating. It was basically in an alternate universe if everything went wrong. So it wasn't even like a canon thing, it was just a for funsies thing.
Gotcha.
Nova,
I actually still have the canon ending for Phoenix written down, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, you probably do. It's in your DMs. Somewhere.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I took screenshots of it and put it in my private server for when I eventually, if I do at this point, do the Phoenix fan alley.
Yeah.
Just so I could try to make it close to what you tried to do, but with my alterations.
Yeah. Wouldn't really be a fan alley if you didn't alter it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a pretty big change to do with necrosis that we already know about, so. Dang says a lot, not trying to sound rude. Don't worry. We're well aware that our channels are suffering right now.
Yeah. Well, yours has only been suffering for like a year. Mine has been suffering for like 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 years. Which I've just accepted at this point. I don't even care anymore. You get to a certain point where you just kind of accept things the way they are.
Yeah.
And it's not like I was a super big channel to begin with. I didn't have 200,000 subscribers like you do. I only had 7,000. So it wasn't, it's, you know, it's a lot easier to accept.
Yeah. I think that's...
And most of my
Okay.
subscribers were not even, like, by my own doing. It was, you know... I mean, some of them were, but the original boost was because I was friends with people who had more subs.
Yeah, well, I still have hope that someday we'll, return
I think you have a...
to our former glory.
I think you have a decent chance at it.
I hope that you'll get to be bigger than you were before. Just obviously with a different community, because it's not going to be happening with the FNAF community.
Well, I don't even animate FNAF anymore, so...
And if I ever get to be back to being a big shot, I hope it's also when I'm not doing FNAF stuff anymore. Just that way, you know, like... Because if it does happen when I'm doing just FNAF stuff again, then that means once I eventually stop doing the FNAF stuff, I'm screwed again. So.
I'm reading the chat. I hate the fact that when you get make a good chili vendors, they get like 20,000 views. Then when you spin funny model around, you get 100,000.
That's so accurate.
I love the wording when you spin
Yeah.
funny model around.
Spin funny model.
Oh, that's
Pretty
brilliant.
accurate.
Yeah.
One day I'm gonna show me and the boys your shows. Don't worry. Oh well, thank you. I hope that the remakes and just new episodes in general will make you proud, because putting a lot more work into these.
Yeah. It's, you know, I've never talked about this, but it's crazy how much more effort you've put. Like, you know, 2R was already like a massive amount of effort put in, and then with this, it's just nuts.
Yeah. Well, look, like I said before, I've been gone for 2 years, at least in terms of actual episodes. I need this one to be like, hey, I'm back, and look at how much I am dedicated to this. Please love me.
Please keep watching me. I need to feed myself.
Yeah, this government disability support money is not helping because at the moment I'm not getting it.
I'm sure everyone will like 3R when it comes out. At least, you know, I think a majority of people will, because so far it looks great, and I think people will see, like, wow, this is so cool and a lot better than the original.
Yeah, I can hope so.
I mean, if we learned anything from 2R,
It's definitely possible.
people like the vast amount of improvement.
Yeah, that is true.
I think I've said this before, but old Vengeance compared to new Vengeance is so different.
Yeah.
So much more cinematic looking.
Yep. I am sure that the amount of effort I am putting into this one will be very apparent when it eventually comes out.
Yeah, that's for sure. I haven't seen
Will
much.
it have been worth the amount of time it took me? Maybe not in everyone's eyes, but at least I'm sure they'll see that I did put the work into it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know much more than, you know, your community. I've barely seen anything.
Yeah, you've just seen a few screenshots, mainly because I've been trying to not show you too much.
Yeah.
Because even though, you know, it's a remake, they still want
Still
me to
want
be
me to
like,
go in
oh
blind."
man, that was good. That was so different, you know?
Yeah. I feel like you've been trying to do that in general ever since 5. You realized your mistake with 5.
Yeah, five was just lots of
I knew everything, so I wasn't impressed by
unfortunate.
anything.
Yeah, 5 is just the definition of unfortunate.
Yeah.
Everything went wrong with 5.
That is a fact. I can think of like 3 things that went wrong with it. Maybe even 4.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, you know, Rose abandoning me, meaning Charlie had no voice.
Which meant like half of the video had to be cut.
Yeah, half of the episode got cut. All the stuff with Charlie and Springtrap and
And then
Chris
obviously there
and-
was the dream scene that you did, but it didn't look right because
Yeah, the intention didn't go the way I wanted it to. Most people thought it just looked weird, which I don't blame them for.
yeah.
Just everything about 5 did not go the way it was supposed to.
Yeah, 5 was a disaster.
Yeah.
And then obviously on top of that, I knew, like, I'd say I knew a good about like 90% of the episode already, so that kind of ruined it.
Yeah, which is why I'm glad remakes are a thing, because when I eventually do Vengeance 5 remake, you'll get to see what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, obviously it'll be better than what it was supposed to be, just because all the remakes are better in general, but, like, you'll see what I was going for
Yeah.
that didn't happen.
No more Fat Dream.
Yeah, no more Fat Dream, no more...
No more Chungus Dream.
Yep, no more Chungus Dream.
That just reminds me of the Christmas collab.
Yeah. You guys need to meet this guy named Cuphead Fan 1000. He's one of my friends that you think would be cool friends. I will check the channel out. Probably after the podcast, though, so I'm not distracted. But actually, just clicking on this. Just clicking on the link. I feel like I've seen this channel in my comments before, probably. and I see if I can voice Charlie if you want. I would totally take you up on that offer if Charlie needed a voice right now, but Star is still voicing Charlie, so we're good there. The only big issue that's happening right now in terms of Vengeance voice actors is the voice actor for Chris has not responded or done their lines in almost a year by now. So
Has it really been almost a year? It
Here,
has,
I'll-
hasn't it?
it has. Here, I'll check with Hallowed. I'll ask Hallowed to see when they first sent the lines.
What's Yeetus doing?
I don't know, man. Yeah, Hallowed sent them the lines on December 13th. So it's been 10 months.
Good lord. Yeetus is like... It's... I know I've already talked about this before, but it's so weird. Because he was so quick the first time for 2R. And then... Now he just be slacking.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. He keeps saying, like, I'll do him tomorrow, and just doesn't. It's, like, so weird. I don't understand.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't hold anything against him, obviously. I know. Like, they're doing this voluntarily. I appreciate it. I understand it's not always the easiest. I just hope that he gets it done, or at least I can find someone else to do it
Yeah,
relatively quickly if I have to.
I don't have a problem with people taking a while because, you know, it is voluntary. It's just the thing of, like, if you say you're gonna do it and you're given, like, false hope and you're being relied on, that's just not cool.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you say, I'm gonna need a bit. It's another thing if you say, I'll do them tomorrow and don't. Like, 3 times in a row. This has happened multiple times where he says he's gonna do tomorrow and 3 months, 4 months later, nothing.
Yeah, it's just, you know, he's still in school, so I